Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of Mad Max here on the PC. As always, we're just going to sort of jump right in. Mad Max is one of the games that we play when, I don't know, just feeling a little bit more chilled out. You would think that a game that puts you this close to violence and cannibalism and eating maggots out of corpses and whatever else would not be the most relaxing thing to play, but somehow it is. So, let's see. Oh, that's right. I remember something that we want to do. We're going to go around and clean out some of these minefields. I don't really know where to look, but I suspect that if we just drive a little bit around with Dinky D, we will be able to figure it out. So let's go to vehicle collection, and the fact that it's sort of down a little bit, Chum's buggy, like I mentioned this before, but isn't it curious that it's not like, I would have put this one top left. It seems like a unique vehicle with a highly specific utility, and it's just sort of like channeled into the middle of the pile. Okay, so here we can see that we've done everything except for one minefield. If I don't come up with a minefield right quick, then we'll probably reconfigure what we're going to do. And even this, I may only do one minefield. It's just to sort of get back into the swing of things, maybe do a little bit of combat or whatever. Chum's buggy, again, has a very specific utility. It doesn't have a harpoon. It doesn't have a, what with the boomsticks that you can fire, the explosive javelins. Really, it's just about minesweeping. And if there's another vehicle that can do it, I'm not sure which one it is. Hello to Force! Force, I hope you're having a great Thursday, and hopefully heading into a nice, relaxing weekend. Do we want to stop by, what's-his-face? Griffa? Do we have Griffa tokens? You usually have Griffa tokens. Let's go talk to, Griffa. Probably over here, based on how the landscape moves. Yeah, Force, hopefully, I know that it's been a roller coaster week with locking in which job you want to pursue and turning down one that you were very enticed by, but felt that you had to pursue other opportunities. But I hope that in the balance, you're feeling good going into the weekend, and Saturday and Sunday are going to be nice and relaxing. We're hoping to spend some of it with Patikin. I really want to be able to announce when Tashir is coming back. I know that his current target is sometime in September. That's only a few days away from the time of this sentence, but I don't know if there's an official timeline on the schedule yet.
You approach different. Am I now your friend?
No friends. Allies, maybe. Never friends.
Are you afraid I'll die? That some unseen, malevolent power butchers anyone you draw near?
No friends. They only mean trouble.
That which is broken can be mended by love only.
Wow, 6 tokens. All right, so as always, let's just make sure this is going to be maximum scrap. That's it. That's as much scrap as we can ever get. I'm going to put 2 into the fuel, so I hopefully don't have to worry about that too much. Let's just max out his health, and I'll tell you what, we have not been putting a lot of points into metabolism, so I will spend the last couple points right there. Forrest says he just blew sand in your eyes. I think it's closer to, like the brown sugar that Charlie used to take on Lost, which is just television series for heroin. I think it's some sort of hallucinogenic. Force says, quote, from the time of this sentence is such a choice timeline. Yeah, in point of fact, I don't actually remember the day of the week. Or sorry, the day of the month. Is it the 26th or 27th? Oh, actually, yes, it is right there. Thank you. It's the 26th. So, like, there's some raiders or whatever, and I don't actually want to interact with them. I don't have a lot of vehicle-based weapons to, you know, grapple with them with, so it feels like there's a lot more incentive to just sort of, like, stick to myself and see if we can find anything. Now, I am driving around in the hopes that Dinky D, the dog here, is going to clue me in on some sort of a minefield around. So we sort of going down around this area. My limited experience with this gameplay mechanic is that the dog has a good range to him. If he pops out and starts snouting in one direction or another, we'll know which way to go. Other than that, I'm going to make just a quick loop around the place, and to be blunt, if I don't find the minefield that we're missing on a single circuit around the place, I'm just going to go on. And what we're going to do is go find out what that green exclamation point is that very much wants me to pay attention to it. Hello to Patikin! Patikin, so I got to see exactly 0 minutes of your and Tashir's coverage of whatever show it is. It's been a week. It really has. So I am curious. Yeah, we're going to sort of shoot straight up here, I think. How did it go? Also, like, I guess a new Saints Row game got announced. That's how out of it. I found out that there's a new Saints Row game by, like, people referencing the trailer on Twitter, and I think Ben Hansen over at MinMax pointed out a perceived similarity with the Halo Infinite trailer, that it sort of ends on a close-up of their characters' faces. And that's how I found out about it. I actually have seen 0 minutes of it. I don't really need to. The next Saints Row, I don't know what it would need to do to make me disinterested in it. It's only going to be like, do the reviews come out and expose the game is trash? Then I might be less inclined to pick it up. But short of that, no, I'm already on board. I don't need to see a trailer. I don't need to read a lot of pre-release coverage. Oh, and hello to Samalander. So I'm going to have to pause when we get to where we're going to catch up on chat. Samalander saying that the Saints Row game looks like a reboot. Yeah, that's what I've heard, and yeah, without giving too much away, based on where Saints Row 4 ended, I'm not sure it could be anything but a reboot. like they've sort of maxed out what they can do there. Probably not really. Like, there's always space for more in the world of Saints Row, in the greater Saints Row universe, but I can completely understand their desire to do just a clean reboot. And it's been enough years that I think that if what they focus on doing is just, if they chose to kind of do what Saints Row started out as, which is really embrace what Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas is, if they chose to just gear in on that and maybe dial back some of the broader craziness. Wait, oh, look, he's up. Dinky D is up. I'm saying that they can afford to dial it back. I feel like if Saints Row, new Saints Row, whatever it's even called, I feel like if they try to out-crazy their last entry, it's not gonna go well. I feel like if they target something that's very highly polished and a little bit more manageable, I would think that would work out better for them, but what do I know? Maybe people would be really angry about it. All right, let me pause real quick. As always, Mad Max is the game that we feel a lot more comfortable stopping and smelling the roses, or perusing the chat, as they say. Let me just look here. Force is saying, I thought you meant stream viewers that rated over to you were just electing not to interact with them. And I was like, all right. Yeah, Patikin, not even 1 second, unfortunately. Every stream was happening during periods in time that I was at work. It's been a week. Patikin is confirming that it's a reboot. Yeah, Samalander confirms that. Patikin's in for it, as is Samalander. I don't need all that stupid Saints Row 4 stuff, and the other one did afterwards. Just give me more Saints Row 2 and 3 gameplay. I was particularly a fan of 3 and 4. I really liked 3 and 4. This is a conversation that we've had, so I won't go too much into it. Samalander says more honey wagons and less Matrix. Oh, I think, but the honey wagons part of it I'm not following necessarily. And hello to Ricardnio. And also, okay, let me Oh, so now it pauses the chat. Thank you, chat. And Certificate Force is choosing chaos by highlighting some messages. My message is inherently more important now due to Twitch metrics. Oh, I'm on okay with that. Sam Lander's also offering to choose chaos. So we're playing hot, hot, cold, cold with the dog. Dog points which way to go and yaps when we get close enough. And I come out here and try to never ever make that mistake again of walking onto the mine that I'm defusing. It doesn't work out the way that we want. By the way, speaking of chaos, I don't know that we're gonna have any success at all in ever sussing this out, but can somebody explain to me what the, what's happening with Mia's desktop computer when she can play Red Dead Redemption 2 for 8 hours without a crash? I'm gonna just repeat that because I'm not overestimating it. 8 hours, Mia can play Red Dead Redemption 2 in multiplayer mode and never has a problem at all. And then she'll load up like Limbo on the same computer, like Limbo, the 2D side-scrolling game that I like and is very good, and it crashes to desktop and restarts the computer in 30 seconds flat. She can't even go to the first puzzle, much less begin trying to solve it. Oh, wait, weak gate. Oh, no, I don't think I can break down weak gate. I can try to ram it, but I think I need the harpoon to get it open. All right, we're gonna give this a shot. I don't think it's gonna work. I think we're gonna launch off it like a ramp. Oh, no, it was actually both. We did both. Oh, I see a problem there, though. Okay, let me try to, like, knock it askew. We're just gonna go up here and just sort of, like, drive gently up here and try to knock it away. All right. I don't understand how a game that is as technically sophisticated as Red Dead Redemption 2 can just, like, Mia's system handles it like a champ. It's crashed here and there on occasion, but as the game has been patched and, you know, newer driver revisions have come out, that's become less and less and less frequent, and then it'll be like Limbo, and her system just, it cannot get the game going. And this has come up in a couple recent streams where she's playing basically a little indie game called Lifeless Planet, and it just will randomly dump to desktop without warning. We have no fresh food, only canned and dry goods. Okay. And my health is full. Samlin is saying a honey wagon is what you call the machine that sucks poop out of septic systems. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, and that was a mission type in the earlier games, wasn't it? Go around and pump out septic systems? I'm not lying even... Oops. Sorry, that wasn't the jump button. I was trying to get up over that lip. One of my favorite activities, starting in GTA 3 and then going through San Andreas and Vice City, not in that order, of course, was the cop missions. The vigilante missions, that's what they were called. I loved... so we're going to drive here, and if I hit a minefield along the way, then we'll stop and do it. But otherwise, we're going to go do a mission. The vigilante missions in the Grand Theft Auto 3 trilogy were pretty straightforward. You would get a call, you would have to get over there, and I think usually the perp was in a car, and your goal was to disable their car and basically kill the person. And that's all it was. It was just a series of randomly generated assassinations, and you got to, like, flash the sirens and flash the lights, light the sirens. People would ostensibly pull out of your way, but half the time just pull in your way. And I must have done that for tens of hours. I didn't even need the money. I just really because it was an open world game. You guys, these days people are like, oh, another open world game. Oh, more RPG mechanics. Oh, Valhalla should be a smaller and simpler game. for a while, like Grand Theft Auto 3, like I remember that coming out and it was like nothing I had ever seen. The idea of being like street level in a world where you could just get in a car, steal a vehicle, and go wherever you wanted. The fact that there wasn't necessarily a lot of things in the world didn't change the fact that there were some things in the world, and that was hugely enticing, because up until then, you know, the next closest thing that I can remember is playing Super Mario 64 for the first time. Again, being a 3D character in a 3D world where you can go anywhere you want. And I loved Super Mario 64, but also recognized pretty early that it had a more traditional level structure. Like here are the boundaries of the world that you can go to. And Grand Theft Auto 3 blew the doors off that. You could go to like, I think that game had the 3 different islands, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I mean, they had to unlock after a while, but there was no load screen. You could just get in the car and drive from one end of the map to the other. So yeah, just being able to get in the car and drive around and listen to the music on the radio and chase down the criminals, that was enough game for me for a bunch of hours.
You are the road warrior. Apparently Balefire.
Sam Lander was saying hello and probably to Force, but we'll scroll back and see. Oh, it was Grumpy. Hello to Grumpy. Sam Lander says, "Dear Lord, my brain took forever to come up with the right words." And then Force is saying, Grumpy was streaming SnowRunner once, and I hopped into his chat, and his voice perked up, and he said, "Hey, Force!" And I keep that with me in dark times. Oh, Force, like, allow me to add to that. Like, yeah, it is super fun to have you here. Okay, so we're going to go upstairs. We're going to... What the hell do I need? What am I missing for scrap crew around here? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go upstairs and we're gonna find out what this mission is and then probably go do this mission. And if on the path I come across a minefield, so be it.
I bow my head to you, warrior.
Killer, the steel you brought has been very useful. I could sure use your help again. You know my people believe that the big wet shall once again splash these barren shores. I need them to keep believing. In belief, there's hope. But they need an idol, a relic of the water gods. And I think I found it.
What is it?
An idol of a critter of the ocean. It will give them the hope that they need. And their hope will see us through. You'll find it in the wall, north of here. Use your long
Force says, it feels less genuine now that you're riding Grumpy's for coattails. Okay, Gutgash has located a maritime religious idol that he believes can fuel the morale of his crew. It can be found in the harbor wall to the north. Alright, yes, let's go do that. Let's set it up right now. It is to the north. Oh, okay. Well, that's going to take me past here and a couple other things, so yeah, let's be on our way.
When it's calm like this, I get a little jumpy.
Oh, and hello to Azric. Sometimes during a cutscene, I will, like, take note of something that's happened in chat and... like mentally bookmark to say something after the cutscene is over, but then forget to do that because the bookmark falls out and sort of skitters across the floor, goes underneath the refrigerator. I'm like, I'm not gonna move the refrigerator to get that bookmark. I'll remember it. I'll remember where I was. It's fine. And then I never wind up acknowledging the thing. So yes, hello to Azaric. Goofy does need to stream more again. I very much agree with it. Sam Lander says, the one person I've met online that demonstrably knows more about chemistry than me. Oh, is that Grumpy? Or no, it's probably Force. And then Grumpy says, maybe this weekend. I took a 4-day weekend. That's awesome, Grumpy. I am so looking forward to this weekend. Oh, wait. Stop and help the people. Okay, I'm holding down right trigger. I'm not going to press
Wait
B
here.
and shoot them with my shotgun.
It is my sacred faith.
I need drink. I'm
It's full.
inside in
Force says, I would hope so, that of being, knowing a lot about chemistry. That reminds me of that time I helped an underclassman coworker in the lab calculate the molar mass of a molecule in less than a minute. She took it to my professor, and the professor said it looked good. My coworker said, yeah, she did such a good job. And I just said, I hope so. I just got a degree in Still, it must have felt good to, like, it's not even just, like, putting that to use, but realizing or, like, having an opportunity to, so it's still highlighting this instead of where I want to go. Having an opportunity to do it, not for practice, but to assist somebody and to make use of it.
Here, they're out for our blood.
Oh, also, yeah, I like to have the harpoon selected there down at the bottom right. No, you stop. Sorry, I thought he was gonna press the brake. Hello.
You done even half of what they say of you. Lord Scrotus, dead or not, will come to claim your liver.
And yeah, hello to Mia. Wait, what was that? I'm sorry, was there a call to action there or what? She just was saying hello? All right, so yeah, I'm gonna keep heading here, but we're gonna clean up some of the stuff that's on the way, such as this tower is right up over here. Yeah, Mia, thank you very much for doing the shout-outs.
You gotta treat her careful, like.
Oh, he's fine. Okay, probably stop by here. A single scrap pickup. Seems like a small scrap location, but I'll take it. Can't tell if this looks like an inroad or not. Mia's been playing, Lifeless Planet, and I don't feel like the world designers there have full confidence in how to draw the player's eye and communicate this is someplace you can and should go. There was one particularly frustrating moment yesterday when Mia was exploring because the game dots little collectibles here and there and wound up getting nestled into a well like baby Jessica, only this time there wasn't a whole news crew and fire team to pull her out, and she just had to reload from the checkpoint. And it was just frustrating that bit of geometry exists to get caught in. Well, I guess we're going down this way because I want to use this zip tie, and it looks, or zip line, and it looks like there's some cool stuff down here.
Come and die now. Let me get my hands on you.
Fatiguing saying, when you hear petting a dog with Angel, totally different meaning ever since that Red Dead 2 moment. Oh, yeah, for sure. The dogs in Red Dead will never trust me again. Okay. Well, I guess I could eat some maggots and go for it. I do like his gauntlets a lot. Those, like, what do you call them? Like screws, like spiked screws or whatever. Those would hurt like hell. Those would cut you right up. So Mia's saying that actually Limbo plays fine but does not stream fine. So it's specifically playing it and streaming it is what causes it to crash? Because I thought that even when we were trying it via like Discord, it would still like crash in a heartbeat. But I could be well wrong on that.
You wanna come closer?
So wait, what is this? What is this icon? And how do I get to it? Yeah. Do I guess I should go around unless like, because here's the thing, somebody's yelling at me, right? So I kind of feel like I should be able to get, oh, okay. Well, I just used 30 zip lines, so congratulations to me.
You dare come and fight me?
So Simulator, I'm curious, do you have a favorite RPG character for like a pen and paper character that you played? Like, I suspect that, like most DMs, you've probably mostly been a DM, but you must have had a chance to play at some point. And I'm curious if there's one character that you have a particularly fond memory for. Okay, this feels like not where... I do not know who was yelling at me in the earlier cave, because it felt like somebody could see me and really wanted to pick a fight about it. But yeah, now we're in a whole different area. And yeah, okay. So let me see if I can call the car. Here it comes.
I found you.
Hello to Drienne. Let me just pause for 1 second. Me saying that's what does it. I streamed it to Chivalry on Discord and it worked fine. Okay, weird. In fairness, we never tried streaming Limbo. That was a pre-stream game before we started streaming. Patikin's asking, Mia, did you check out how to change the extension? Yeah, so Mia has an extension to show, and I think Patikin brought it to her attention. Mia has an extension that will show the details of the game that she's playing, either in a panel, which is how it's currently configured, or... There we go. I really wanted the green line. Or actually on screen. And I guess that second option works better for people that are watching on mobile, which a surprising number of people do. I sort of feel like a lot of people who watch streamers are streamers themselves. Like, we're very lucky to have such a high population of content creators that watch us, and then we get to go watch them and basically learn how good streaming is done from a lot of the people that are in the audience. So I'm going to take a little bit of a detour, go over here. But a lot of people primarily watch on mobile, either because that's how it works for them, or in some cases that's what they have. And it's one of the reasons that it's always concerning to me when we don't have the transcoding options, because that makes it awful for people on mobile.
Vultures, scavengers, and murderers.
The roads are empty nowadays. Convoy tracks slowly fading. Was this your handicraft?
I wonder if this person was originally going to give me information about something, but I've already done the thing, so that's why it... Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Can I use binoculars here to see something?
Get the wheels here!
Nope, I've already done that. Let's see if there's anything that I can scope out from here. Usually you do it from hot air balloons or at specific points. Sure doesn't look like it. Alright. Force is saying, I've never streamed in my life. Well, you streamed in my life because I remember it, and hold on hope that we will see more streams soon. Centrifugal Force is saying, geography lessons with Angel, learn choice destinations like earlier cave. Well, yeah, how else am I to differentiate the cave in which I'm currently standing from the one that I was standing in, I don't know, 2 minutes earlier? What one is the earlier cave? Oh, awesome.
Who you with? Hell with
I pressed A to do a wall finisher. I'm not going to complain about it, but I wanted the wall finisher. I was really hoping that he would jam the shiv into the guy and pin him to the wall through the back of the neck. What is this person's story? Do I need to worry about this? He seems into it. Whatever.
Are you well enough to drive?
Oh, hey, Brian. Brian.
Kill me.
Oh, wait, wait, who just asked for death? I have to assume it was this person. Look, I'm not going to leave him here to suffer if he doesn't need to. Can I claim this car body? No. There's a fuel can there. I can use that to fuel up my vehicle. Smegma Crazy's Turf. Okay, this is Smegma Crazy's Turf, out or die, or I can't read the rest of that. Or come join, bring wet stuff. Sounds like most of the World of Warcraft guild invitations that I ever got. Oh no, Force asked for death. I hope not. Oh, hello to Cara Luna and everybody coming over. Hello, we are playing Mad Max, which mostly involves running around the wasteland, punching people to death, and occasionally shooting them to death. Also, sometimes we stab them to death. It's a simple game, but it knows what it likes. It's actually not a simple game at all. It's fun to play. It's simple in the controls, but it has a lot going on. Yeah, most people are blaming Streamlabs OBS. Ricardio is saying, I always look up the panels and profiles and commands of people to see what I could improve upon and what would look good on my stream and improve stream quality. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good example. I feel like Tashir and Patikin are two good examples. Actually, I don't want to limit it to them because there's a bunch. It is... I will look at somebody play a game that we played here and be like, what stream settings are they using? Why does it look so much better? Hello to I am Hybrid. I knew I was going to get that wrong. Just toss that away. All right, well, yeah, let's continue to head up towards this Legion. Oh, speaking of Saints Row, because we were bringing it up, and hello to Panda. It seems like everybody is here. Yeah, now that Cara Luna came over. So I want to circle back to Cara Luna, but let's not forget, we were just talking about Saints Row earlier, nothing spoilery, but if you do not yet have Saints Row 3 Remastered, that's the updated one that they released, gosh, a couple years ago at this point maybe, it is currently free on Epic. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to do Epic, and that's fine. I just want people to know, hey, that game is pretty good. I recommend it, and it's free. All right, hold on. We're just gonna dial in this shot here if we can. Yep, okay. Well, I hope you feel good about yourself. Keep you warm tonight. Yeah, wrong button. Okay, so a couple thoughts. Brian, you mentioned during Mia's stream yesterday, I dialed down the game audio, so hopefully this is good and audible for people, but do let me know if I need to make any changes to it. Wait, Hybrid says that Brian's the first person with the snowflake. What does the snowflake mean? I'm going to highlight it right now. It means, oh, Direct Relief Charity 2018. So, Brian, did the snowflake come from donating to the charity? Okay, yeah,
Death dealers here.
Oh.
The dinky dink. can sense them.
So I'm going to play the percentages that I'm not going to blow up by taking this, but hey, we did find another minefield, so we'll be able to bring the dog back here later. Oh, yeah, I should probably pull that down then. Okay, it needs a little time to recharge. There we go. Who's doing that now? Oh. Okay, are we done with the fire bombings? Yes. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of a problem. I can't walk across this. I'm not nearly as flame retardant as the car is. But, oh, I see what to do. Well, I see where the fuel is. It's right over there. This feels a little bit outside shotgun range, though. Could it possibly... Oh, no, I don't... Oh, you know what we have to do? Here's what we have to do. I bet we can use one of these. So I'm going to pull up close to the edge, but hopefully not over the edge. Yep, right there. And there we go. Perfect. It's like, I know I had something that can shoot that distance. I just had to take a second to remind myself how to do it. Dren saying, since you are a Saints Row fan... wait, it just scrolled off the screen. Since you're a Saints Row fan... yeah. And you don't watch the trailers and things to avoid knowing too much, I will tell you this non-spoilery assessment. The new game may not give me everything I want plot-wise, but it definitely appears to be determined to give me everything I want gameplay-wise. Well, it's not... I was about to say that's the most important thing, but then again, there's games like The Walking Dead where gameplay-wise, I don't think that they're that solid, but story-wise, I mean, they're astounding. Like, I really connect with them very well. So, yeah, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, I'll take it. Yeah, so Mia does feel better. I got a chance to talk to her today. Force is asking, how's the weather? Hot and humid, but not currently hurricane gale force winds. So definitely a step up from what we were looking at last weekend. Although this time last week, I didn't know. I didn't know that we were in for a big storm until the day before. So there was very limited time to prep. Wow, 32 fighters. This will be an adventure. Grab that. Oh, yeah. Let's grab this melee axe. Or spiked baseball bat. You know what I'm really looking forward to? And I think Tashir just mentioned it in stream or on Twitter. I very much am looking forward to Dying Light 2 because I loved Dying Light. Dying Light permanently and forever rendered Dead Island obsolete. I'm not going to say that there's no value at all to ever playing... Oop. Yep, there we go. Dead Island. I'm just saying that now having played Dying Light, I cannot envision wanting to go back. There's some games like... I can envision playing Pillars of Eternity again, regardless of how good Pillars of Eternity 2 might turn out to be, because it's just a... It's not perfect, but it's a really good game, and there's so much incentive to replay it as different character classes or with different party members. Can I... Okay, I can get it. But, I mean, it's Dying Light is not technically a sequel. It's just sort of a spiritual successor, and it's a way better one. It's so much better than Dead Island. Mia's asking, so wait, the one that's free on Epic is different from the original 3? It is it's a graphically enhanced version, is the answer to that. It's the same game, but it is I've seen some side-by-side comparisons, and it looks the way that I remember the game looking, as opposed to how the original game actually looks. When in doubt, it's free. I recommend grabbing it. We just scroll back. I just want to make sure of the comment that Patikin was referencing. Drian is saying of the trailer, a marriage of some of the best parts of Saints Row 2 and the best parts of Saints Row 3, and not as extreme as Saints Row 4, and updated to modern game quality. And Brian is saying that the Snowflake came to a children's network charity. That's awesome. That's so cool that you get to have that as a permanent badge, as a permanent sort of like thing on your profile. Yeah, Sam Leonard says that this sounds awesome. I'm Hybrid asks, are you in the Northeast? Yes. Yep, Northeast United States, and pretty close call with a hurricane last weekend. And I've heard some people assess it as like, oh, it was anticlimactic. No, we avoided a huge disaster. And like, when I say we, I can't speak for everybody. Like, I don't know how everybody came through it. I can only say that in our area, hold on. In our area, there was negligible damage. And I am tremendously relieved by that. That's not anticlimactic. That's a huge relief. What do you want the climax to be? Your house blows over? Okay, well, I guess we're gonna hit all these places, so I'm just gonna go right. Hybrid is in New York City and grew up in New Hampshire. Centrifugal Force says it didn't kill me, so I was underwhelmed. the hurricane. Can I chuck this at them? Oh no, but I can drop my melee weapon. Hold on. Guys, time out. I want this back. No! Boo! I lost my flow. Oh, I was in mid-suplex. I got punched out of it. Dodge. Okay. Really felt like that was a good dodge. I really want to count how many arms come off that guy. Wasn't it like, gosh, like the original Quake or something where you could blow somebody up and like 5 hearts, 2 heads would pop out? Let's see. Patikin's saying maybe they wanted to build a new house, but okay, I guess you got hurricane insurance. That could work out. I don't know. I'm really happy with where I live right now. I don't want everything that I own to be blowing down the street. The photo albums. Christ. Oh boy. 10 scrap piles? You guys, I don't think we're gonna get 100% here. I've already forgotten where I even came from. Like, we came in from that rope bridge, right? So what else even is here? Oh, so I wanted to circle back to Cara Luna, who may or may not have stepped away for sleep or a meal or whatever else. I saw in Cara Luna's Space Engineers gameplay that he had made landfall. I think he's still playing the same game, but he landed on a couple of planets and was setting up mining operations and stuff. And yeah, Cara Luna is like, oh! All right, we're back.
Need to fill up the water.
Caroluna is the biggest threat to... Not the biggest. Caroluna is an incredible threat to stream monogamy. Like, I intend to play all the way through Mad Max, and I intend to play all the way through 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. And when those games are done, and maybe even before those games are done, there will be additional games that we get to play, stories we get to tell and learn about, characters to fall in love with. But then here comes Caroluna playing games like Grumpy and Moo does, like SnowRunner or Space Engineers, a game that I really enjoy. And it's like, man, those games are super fun. You know who else is doing that right now? Jägermeister with Oxygen Not Included. Oh, he's really rekindling that fire again. Brian is saying, when does Horizon 2 come out? And Drian is saying February. Yeah, apparently everything comes out in February now. February is the new November. I've learned a couple things about Horizon 2, not story related, just like super basic gameplay related, and even that I would prefer not to know. I want to discover things for like real in the game. I don't want to like be told about them. Oh, okay. Well, no. Get the big guy. Nope. Okay. My character will lock onto everything. There we go. Oh no! Can everybody? Fine. Fine. I just every once in a while want to kill those guys before the fight, because it feels like what you're supposed to do. All right, I'm gonna have a quick drink here. Patine's saying that everything's coming out in October of this year and then February, and I hate it. Patine's saying, can they just spread it out a little bit over the year? Yeah, so the good news for me is that I feel like I have an infinity number of things to play. Like, there are games that came out earlier this year that that we don't even own, much less, you know, would have started playing yet. And that's because there's, like, things like this that are, like, coming out of the backlog. It's like, yeah, kind of feel like in the mood for an open world game. Explosion required. Well, if this barrel wasn't glitching the wrong way. Barrel, go back this way. Will this work? Well, kind of. There's a lot of explosion in here. Oh, but Deacon's saying that this year nothing comes out in November, so maybe October it is. Oh, Carolina's saying Farm Sim does come out for him in November. Yeah, Horizon 2 is one of those games where it is borderline impossible for me to envision not enjoying that when it comes out, because like I might say at the end of whatever it is that I don't like it as much as the first one, but they'd have to misstep really badly from what they did with the first game for me to not look at it and say, yeah, this is great. I feel like I'm jinxing it as I say this, but like with something like a new Civilization game, for example. I'm gonna pick this up. With something like a new Civilization game, you know, you have a good reason to believe that when it comes out, the AI is not going to be very good, because that's how Civilization games always come out. As we speak, Humankind from Amplitude Studios has come out, and I'm still looking for any sort of confirmation that the AI is capable of playing the game at all. I don't mean capable of besting me on like a moderate difficulty level. I mean that I think it was the IGN review for Humankind said that they can basically maintain no army whatsoever and never get attacked by the AI. It never declared war on them. Now, maybe that's been patched out, but maybe it hasn't. And I'm not willing to drop $50 on a game, even one that looks super cool, if I don't have confidence that it's going to withstand more than a tutorial session of learning the basics. Because if you're never at risk, if you're never in danger, what's the game at that point? By contrast, Horizon 2, I just, like, yes, it is possible that game will be some sort of a huge disaster. That it will be overblown and over budget and overcooked and have too much stupid garbage in it that people don't want. These things are all possible. I just don't think so. It's a little bit like looking at God of War 2 and saying, yeah, but they'll never do something that good again. And then God of War 2 comes out and it's great. Hello to Jab, who says, oh, game, I thought you were talking in real life. Oh, and so, I'm sorry, because every time I look over at chat, Brian has said something, and then I think to myself, and then I read the next thing or what Brian said, and it sends me off on a new topic. What I wanted to hit on is, Brian, I just feel really, really bad. He talked in Mia's stream yesterday about, like, he's in a lot of, like, dental pain. And did you say a month or 3 months before a dentist will see you about this? That's awful. That's unimaginable. And I hope you have some way to manage that. That's really distressing. Let's see, scrolling back here. Oh, Force. Where did Force say this about, oh, the Blue Man Group here in the game. Got it. Okay. Things went downhill for Hurry in the Blue Man Group, and that was right when Jab came in. So it was, yeah, a reference to how things are doing in the game. And then Brian, so the specific thing that Brian had said was about the Lego games, which I have to assume is a reference to the Skywalker saga. But I don't know what it's in reference to. I don't see what that is. Well, whatever brought it up. The Lego games are hit or miss for us. More hits than misses. The Lego games that we have played through, and like, here's the thing, when we go into a Lego game, we usually go in and get 100%, like everything. And do we follow a guide for that? Oh, you fucking right we do. Because some of that stuff, like, you can play it for 1,000 years, or at least we could play it for 1,000 years and never find some of that stuff. So here's how a Lego game goes. Step 1, you play through the story, and we always do that co-op, and we go all the way through the story, and the story is where the Lego games have, by and large, been getting better and better and better. I think that the move to voice acting was a correct one. I feel like the storytelling is much more engaged. And I have to say that I like the original stories a lot more than the movie retellings. Very good examples of that are Lego Batman 2. So I'm looking to see if I would... Yeah, I see people down here. Lego Batman 2 was Lego Batman 2 was one of my personal favorites. I really got into that one. Lego Batman 2 is better thought of as Lego Justice League. And it's great. There's so many fun characters to play as. The levels are really well done. I thought the story was a lot of fun. The secrets and the little, like, Easter eggs were great. And it has one of my all-time favorite moments in a Lego game. And if you don't want to hear what that is, I don't know. I'm going to say it right now, so maybe mute for 15 seconds. Well, I don't even know that I'm going to describe a specific moment. But Robin, Batman's, like, compatriot there, is such a Superman fanboy. And So I guess I am going to describe it. There's one scene where, like, repeatedly in the story, Robin is like, hey, we can call Superman. He could help us out with this. And Batman's like, no, we're not calling Superman. Aww. So, like, Robin is just full fanboying out about how much he wants to hang out with Superman. And at one point, Batman and Robin are falling down like a bottomless shaft. And it's just, they're falling for so long. And Batman has no plays left. He's used all of its gadgets. There's no options left for him. And he just looks over at Robin, and Robin just, like, raises his eyebrows. And Batman's like, all right, call him. And Robin is just, and they're falling at like terminal velocity, right? But Robin's just like so happy, and he just goes like this, hey, Superman. He doesn't even like yell. He just goes, hey, Superman. And they're falling. And then Superman swoops in, and Batman is so nonplussed. He's so embarrassed that he had to call Superman. I love that moment so much, and it sells for me the childlike joy that the developers got to not only play with these characters, but write their own story and really embrace like some of their favorite elements of it, like the rivalry between Batman, how dark and brooding he is, and how Superman, don't worry, citizens. Like, it's so much fun. Lego Batman 2 was great. And then here's just an interesting point. Lego Batman 3, which was in all measurable respects more of the same and presumably better, we just sort of fell off of it pretty cleanly, like didn't really get into it. And no explanation why. It's not like it was bad. Just didn't hold interest for whatever reason. Jab is saying, I heard about a guy who was shot and also broke some bones. They can't probably pay for surgery to fix him up because they can't get an ICU because of COVID. Yeah, I don't know that I have very much more value that I can add to the COVID conversation, except I hope that people stay safe, wear masks, get vaccinated, watch out for their own well-being, that of their family and others. I will just say briefly, I want to echo something that Rachel Maddow said after somebody very close to her was very, very, very sick with COVID, and she had, as far as I know, worked to be careful, but nonetheless, I will go with her partner because I don't know the exact legal status, but I don't think that they're married. So her partner was very sick with COVID, and Rachel Maddow had tested negative, rather, and so she couldn't go see her, and they could only sort of communicate by phone. But of course, there's all sorts of respiratory problems that are coming in, that come in with COVID, and after this situation had turned towards the positive and things were on the mend, Rachel returned to her show, and she'd sort of described this situation that I just described, and then asked viewers, and presumably people who are not otherwise viewers or fans or whatever, to consider that even if you believe that you are ready to brave the risks of COVID, consider how you might feel if somebody close to you became infected, because it's not just you that is being put at risk. And I thought that that was a powerful message, and it's the one that I'll share here. Because every hospital bed that is taken up by somebody who has COVID is a hospital bed that's not available for somebody else. So to the extent that we can try to watch out for people that get shot or have broken bones or go into diabetic shock or suffer a heart attack or any other number of emergency situations that need those ICU beds as much or potentially more. Oh, shit. Hold on. I gotta find that gas can that I've been walking by. That's all. I'm not here to lecture, and no one would listen if I was. I just wanted to maybe share that thought that there's more at stake than just you. All right, so let's ignite and drop and get the hell out of here. Oh, I never finished my my Lego checklist. I said step 1, play the story, and then got fully engaged in describing one of my favorite Lego stories. But before I do, Force is saying, so I missed something. I was watching your video in Discord, so I didn't see something. Well, okay, let me scroll down. Force says, step 1, buy the Lego game. Step 2, your life increases dramatically. Your credit score goes up, your skin clears up, and your laundry is done. Wow. I cannot understate the importance of Star Wars and Legos and Lego Star Wars is to my ethos. And... oh no, Force, don't even, like, I can't even engage in the joke. Force is saying I took some dewormer, so I should be all right. No, unfortunately, that's a real thing. Public service announcement: do not take dewormer to assist with COVID. It doesn't help you with COVID, and it can cause all sorts of very severe health problems. So please don't do that. Like, I would love, like, Force, I would love to share the joke and to jump in with you. But unfortunately, we live in a country where there's a lot of people that don't treat that as a joke, and it's super dangerous. So, okay, so before I go, because I am about to go. Shit! Look at that! Top right, insignia, 5 of 6. That's what we're missing to clear this whole area. 1 insignia. Oh, Patikin is turning in. Time to lurk before I go into sleep. Have a great stream at night. Patikin, you raided the other day, so again, another big thanks for that. And I hope that you have a great evening. Dren is saying there are more people in the hospital due to COVID right now than there was last August. I don't know why everyone is still trying to act like the pandemic is over. Drienne, I don't know either. I went out to get lunch today, and normally I work hard to get lunch. I usually try to pick up lunch an hour early, specifically to avoid long lines and crowds, and that's pre-COVID. I've always tried to do that. Like, if I'm not feeling hungry at the moment, I'll get a sandwich, and then just hold on to the sandwich until I am hungry. God damn it. You fuck it. It's otherwise we're going to be running around this compound for 45 minutes, and we've got better stuff to do. So I'm just going to leave.
Something of value to us, or to the magnum opus?
But anyway, went in for to pick up lunch, and I would say that in a moderately crowded restaurant, like, I would have considered it a busy afternoon before COVID. It wasn't packed, but it was brisk. I would say that I was one of 2 people. Like, I think there was one other person that I saw of the patronage wearing a mask. People behind the counter were wearing a mask. People behind the counter were behind plexiglass. But basically nobody was wearing a mask. And we live in one of the more widely vaccinated parts of the country. And nonetheless, that just remains shocking to me. I don't understand it. So I not only want to shoot this person, which I could do from here, but I want to pull the guard tower down. I think that's what permanently disables it. Oh, this is not going to be helpful to me. Let me pop out here. Fortunately, my mom went into anaphylaxis yesterday and they couldn't admit her. Damn it to hell. Okay, I missed this comment earlier. I'm glad that people responded to it. My mom went into anaphylaxis yesterday, and they couldn't admit her due to no beds. And then Jab was saying, I hope that she's better today. And Force says she is. Thank you. She is home. Nonetheless, I will express my So Sam Lynn is saying that his kids start school in 2 weeks, and they'll probably be the only kids wearing masks. And I hope that they keep them on, Sam Melander, because if I don't know how old your kids are, but when I was that age, if I went to school and nobody else was wearing a mask, I also would not have worn a mask. And that is incorrect. That's a dangerous way to think. And I wouldn't have been capable of considering the ramifications of my actions. And can you imagine bringing COVID home to your parents and getting them really sick? Okay. I'm mostly going to move on from this, but not before I express to Force that I really hope that I'm very glad that her mom is home, and that it should not, I always press the wrong button, it should not be the case that there needed to be a decision made to move her home rather than being admitted to a hospital. And I hope things start to improve. Because here's the thing, you guys. Like, I forget now at this moment if it was Drienne Forcers or Sam Lander, but whoever just made the point that there's more people filling up the hospitals now in parts of the country than there was last August, this is summertime. This is when people are outside. This was the period last year when the last attempt was made for people to trick themselves, to convince themselves that the pandemic wasn't all that bad and they could just go out and do spring break and what the fuck ever else. And it's already worse, at least in some parts of the country. What is it going to be like in the fall? Sorry, I don't want to, like, give in to despair, but I'm just very concerned about it. Okay, but...
He's dented back. Clincher him.
Oh, yep. Just stay right there. Thanks, buddy. The ragdolling harpoon victims. Just continue to deliver for me. All right, I'm gonna spend my harpoon hopefully getting this guard tower, please. Or watchtower scarecrow. Oh, whoops. All right. I took some real solid hits there, so I'm going to pop out, and we're going to give Chumbucket an opportunity to do this again.
But hurry back. This place is prime pickings for raiders, vultures, scavengers, and murderers. The secret wind, fire, and join together.
Carolyn is saying people here were good with wearing masks when the outbreak was new. Now I borderline never see them anymore. Like, all I can say is that I have practiced what I've been preaching, as have other members of the House. Even after full vaccination, never stopped wearing our masks. There have been times when I've forgotten my mask, like I've forgotten it like in the car, and when I like get to the door, like, oh shit, I will turn around and go back for it. And one of the major considerations was I didn't want people who can't get vaccinated due to potential allergies or immunodeficiencies or any other reason. Like, some people cannot get vaccinated, and I didn't want people who are in that kind of precarious situation to have to guess whether or not I was vaccinated or just some sort of an anti-mask, anti-vax person. So I wanted to basically share the burden. To me, wearing a mask seemed like a small price to pay to help keep other people safe as well as myself. So it seemed perfectly reasonable. So that never stopped. And I don't know. I guess my thought at the time was, you know what the actual metric was? When I would go into a grocery store, when I would go out to get something to eat for lunch, which during the height of the pandemic, like pre-vaccination, I did not go out for lunch at all. It was all like packaged food prepared at home. Didn't go out anywhere like that. Well, okay, there were times, but it was very far and few between. Just sharing pandemic stories. I would wager that I did not have lunch at all for a couple months, and then started like packing up a sandwich, just so that I would have that as an option. Yeah, I'd have to stop and think of how long it was, but it was a good long time. And that was about like being safe. But then after getting vaccinated, felt more comfortable going out to get lunch, but always wore the mask. And my personal metric, my personal thought on it was, when I go out to get food, when I go to the grocery store, if I see that the staff there are still required to wear masks, then I'm gonna wear a mask too. Once we've sort of moved as a society past this, I will gladly demask and take that off. But I figured if some people have to wear masks, then I'm gonna like try to show respect and solidarity with that and try to do my part to keep people safe. And there's a dot there, but it's on the other side of the ridge, so I can't actually see what it is. Probably just means that there's a different vantage point somewhere that I can go look. Nothing there. Sometimes there's stuff lower than you think. Like, you sort of want to look out at the horizon, but sometimes there's stuff lower down than that. Force is saying people are sick of being scared. Yeah, I mean, my recommendation is don't be scared, be prepared. Like, think about, like, like, for me, I would feel much more frightened. Hold on, we're going to get a little bit of a fill in here. I'd be much more frightened if I developed COVID. Like, wearing the mask is how I don't be scared. Getting vaccinated is how I stopped being scared. And I know that you are sharing like another viewpoint. It's like that viewpoint, but it's, I don't know, like, that's my response to it. Like, if you don't want to be scared, take the actions that will make you less vulnerable. Take the actions that will help to protect you and your family. Forrest is saying, I'm fully vaxxed and I wear masks in public. Both my parents are immunocompromised. Yeah. See, I didn't know that about your parents, Force, but that's the thing. You don't know, or I don't know. I don't know who can and cannot get the vaccine. I can only trust in people when they say that they're choosing not to get the vaccine. Wait, no, that's the car. Nope, that's the car. All right. So I don't care about Buckle Down, Griffin location, mines. Yeah, I'm still headed up here. Let's stop by the Blood Beach. Dren says, I wear a mask despite being fully vaxxed for multiple reasons. I want to set a good example. I want to put people at ease by helping them be safe, since they don't know if someone without a mask is vaxxed or not, etc. Drian says, and most importantly, if I did catch something and I didn't know it yet, or was asymptomatic, I don't want to get anybody else sick. Yeah, that's the other thing about COVID. Envision for a moment that something happened today. Like I said, today I went out and I got lunch, and there was a bunch of people in there. I was wearing a mask. Most of them weren't. I endeavored to stay away from them, to pick up my food, and leave immediately. It was carry-out. But I was in there for a little bit. Hypothetically, today, I got infected by COVID. I may not show any symptoms at all for 2 weeks. I wouldn't know that I was currently sick. And 1 week from now, I could start shedding the virus. And if it's the Delta variant, I believe it's less time than that now. But I could start shedding the virus and potentially making people around me sick. That can happen. I don't want it to happen, but recognizing that that's a legitimate concern and taking steps to limit that as a possibility and keep myself and my home safe, that's being responsible. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Okay, I was about to... Max, turn your shoulders. Yeah, Sam Leonard is saying Delta hits faster, sometimes like 1,000, something like 1,000 times the viral load. Yeah, and for clarity, to maybe round out this topic for now, although, you know, of course, if people, if people have more to say, you know, for sure, but, always trying to weigh what I'm saying for myself versus what I can safely say for my producer is, both of us are absolutely going to get a booster shot in, I think it's late September, which is just about a month from now. Once those become available, yeah, 100%. I feel like I look online and I look at the, like, anti-vaccination crews, groups, covens, cults, whatever we want to say of them. And there seems to be this weird idea that others are being told to get vaccinated and others are being ordered to wear masks. And it's some sort of like dictate that's coming down from high above, as though it's not something that we're all dealing with. So hopefully there's some value in me saying that, like, I'm not even trying to lead by example. I'm just trying to do what is best to keep everybody involved safe. By and large, as a general rule, I am all about allowing people to make their own decisions about their own lives. The thing about life in a pandemic is it's not your life that you're gambling with. And some people seem absolutely enthusiastic to gamble with the well-being of others, even if they risk getting taken down in the process.
A warrior comes a-walking. Maybe to try beating the tar out of Lord Scrotus' transfer campus. His pups built this to transport crude. It's got protection, though. Fair warning. Some of the pups can bite a mite. I've seen war bucklers in there.
All right, there's a history relic by a central red flag. There's a secret entrance left of the main gate. All right, let's see what we can see. War crier, flame pipe. We're gonna look for that secret entrance west of the gate. Nothing there, and yeah, not a lot more that I can see from this vantage point, but I got some stuff. Simler's asking, is it ever night in this game? Yeah, actually, in a couple recent streams, it was night so commonly that it was one of the... When a header image is being chosen for any given episode, there's a lot of effort that's put in to make each one visually distinct from the ones around it, so that it gives a better sense of the art style or the progression or... Sure, whatever. Just bring it down. And for a few episodes all in a row, there was a lot of difficulty getting a screenshot that didn't look the same as all the others because it was night. And night in this game is not actually that much darker than what you're looking at now, but it's a different shade. It's a lot more blue. All right, I am looking for a secret entrance. But yeah, the sun does actually go down. This is not a pitch black scenario where it's light 29 days out of the year. Or 29 days out of the month. Force is saying unless I'm confusing it with the storms, but I'm pretty sure it was night. Oh, was it night earlier in this episode? I don't remember. And Jab is saying that he's 65. He's taking it seriously. I'm glad. And by it, I assume that he means COVID, not nighttime in the world of Mad Max. You know what game had one of the best night systems ever? Brian is saying, did you see my message about Friday? I don't think that I did. Brian, I'm going to scroll back quickly to see if I can find it. It'll be easier. So Brian said, more than a Mia scared me. Tomorrow I'm getting Quake for PSN. Was that the content? And also, like, did they do a remaster of Quake, or is that the original Quake? And otherwise, I like Lego games, says Brian. And then when does Horizon 2 come out? Okay, so that was it. So, is that like... Did they do a Quake remaster? Did I hear about this? You want to know a secret? Probably played Quake, like... maybe a demo one time. What? Oops. Yeah, that was terrible. Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so when Quake came out, we did not have, in my house, a PC that could run it. Because it needed as I recall, something called a Pentium processor. Because it used a lot of the high-end math coprocessors to do things like actually have a parabolic arc to the grenade launchers and stuff. So rather than just having like what's it called? Like in Doom, where you pull the trigger and the shot just immediately connects with whatever you're aiming at. It actually had not physics so much, but well, maybe sort of rudimentary physics, I guess we'll say. So it would have things like a parabolic arc for grenade launch, and my family did not have a computer that could run it. And then by the time that we did, other games had come out, and I just never really got into Quake. Played a huge amount of Doom 2 and Wolfenstein, and there was a space-themed one back in the day that I have completely forgotten the name of now. Do you think, and I'm going to tell you right now the answer is yes, that we can get both these transfer tanks with one kaboom? We surely are. So Brian says, yeah, the first Quake. Now, is that a remaster? Because I want to say that I saw something about they did... Somebody was like, oh, I hope they do a remaster of Quake 2, just like they're doing for the first game. And for some reason, that quote-unquote announcement, or whatever you want to say, just sort of like breezed right by me. I guess I didn't realize that it was an imminent thing. Javis saying hit scan. Is that a... Oh, like, that's how the original Doom was, right? Is that, like, you pulled the trigger and it was an immediate check to see if there was an enemy underneath your reticle, as opposed to firing the gun and then doing a calculation if the projectile actually hit a target. So Brian is saying, yeah, the remaster. Mia's saying, doing a lot of fussy stuff around the house, so I missed this earlier, but how did I scare you, Brian? Drian says, Doom, Doom 2, Wolfenstein, Rise of the Triad, Duke Nukem 3D. Those were the shooters I started with. I played Duke Nukem 3D back when that was, like, cool and popular, but I never made it particularly far. I feel like I reached the point where it was, oh, look at that. I do not want to turn this over and read what was happening here, because it's probably not a happy memory. But, I also played a demo for Rise of the Triad. I believe that you had 3 different characters that you could play in that, but I could be mistaken. I'm also trying to remember if that was the game that you could physically look down and actually see your character's feet, which was kind of a novelty at the time. And then I don't remember that I must have played Doom at some point, but I don't remember if I played Doom 2. Mommy's away in the big plane. She kills the bad guys so we can be free. Hope she brings some food. We're hungry. Signed, Rhonda at 4.5 years.
Things were getting rough all over. Not just in the killing zones.
Thank you. Glory will reward me. Oh, yeah. Been dreaming about killing. Get to killing, brothers!
But regardless, congratulations, Brian, on getting that. I hope... You know what? Brian, you just reminded me. We have to check to see what the PSN games are for this month. I'm not 100% sure that we've gotten them for August, and time on that is running out. Okay. Hey. I do like that the enemies will hit each other in their fury. It will never not be frustrating to me that I take punches in the back of the head. So how do you do the shield bash? Does anybody remember? Oh, there we go. All right, let me pick this up. Oh, hello to Jägermeister. Jägermeister, we were earlier speaking very highly of your Oxygen Not Included streams. Actually, I was speaking in a very desultory manner because you're making me want to play the game, and I've got other games I need to finish first, damn it. Oxygen Not Included was actually quietly reinstalled. Okay, yep. Do that. Probably about a week ago, but actually has not been loaded up yet because I don't want to get distracted from the games that we're playing. But we could see a stream of that sooner rather than later because there's some days that you just want to veg out and be productive. I call it the Caroluna mode. Like I just want to like build something, make something. Boo. All right, let me... Nope. All right, ignite and drop. All right, we don't have to wait around for this. We know how that's going to end. No, get out. No, damn it, fuel can. Pick up weapon. There we go. So, what I'd started to say like 15 minutes ago was, with a Lego game, step 1, play all the way through the story. Like, don't worry about anything else, just play through the story. Because as you do that, you're gonna unlock a whole bunch of characters and stuff that you need as you move into phase 2, which is, go get the red bricks, and the very first red brick you need is you need the ×2 multiplier, which multiplies all of the monies that you pick up by 2. And then once you have that, you go get the ×4, then the ×6, then the ×8, and so forth. And like, and at least in most Lego games, I can't say for all of them, but in most of them, once you have the red brick, you still need to buy the upgrade. So you wanna be saving all the monies that you get from doing your story playthrough so that you can actually afford the ×2 multiplier. Then once you get the ×2 and the ×4, they actually stack, so now you're at ×8. So then you're gonna have money more than you know what to do with. And with all of those monies, then you can get all the rest, and then unlock all the rest of the secrets. And by the way, after finishing the story, that's where the guide comes out. 100%. Like, okay, we finished the story, roll credits. Okay, open the guide. Here's what we do next. And it's even with the guide, it's just a lot of fun because it's very collaborative about which character we're going to be. And, okay, you stand over there and like, okay, here's what the guide says next. And I am absolutely unashamed about using a guide to unlock all the secrets in Lego games. No shame whatsoever, because again, I'm not going to find those things by myself. So it helps highlight and get through and find all those fun Easter eggs in a way that I find to be a lot of fun. Dropping my weapon. Oh, we're so close to being done. Yeah, the guide to a Lego game, the difference is, it is the difference between, you can, at least for this household, we can either use a guide or just not play those, all of that additional content. And following a guide, you'll get 20 more hours out of a Lego game. Lego Lord of the Rings was a huge endeavor to get all the stuff in that game. S-ranked it, got 100% of everything. Super fun. Forrest is saying that her brother and her play co-op Lego games all our lives. Sam Lander says, now I feel old. Sam Lander says, I play with Legos. Does that count? Oh, sure. I am not smart or creative enough to play with Legos. I can take a Lego set and I can accurately build the thing that is described in the instructions. And I actually really enjoy doing that. But I cannot build something original. Okay, so we've got one more thing that we want to pick up. I did turn this, yes? Okay. Where is the last transfer tank? All right. I do see it on the map. I'm just trying to figure out if it's higher or lower than where I am. Oh, neat! Sam Lander might have built Lego battle mechs growing up. Articulated knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, freestanding models. That's awesome, Sam Lander. That would never have occurred to me. Nothing of that, like, precision. Like a specific... There we go. All right, perfect. So let me drop my weapon over here. Probably not going to have too much more recall for that weapon, but let's ignite and throw... And that should finish out this area. Damn it to hell with the insignias. There's one more insignia that I missed. Oh, I see it. I actually see it. It's right up there. The fuck do we do with that? If I could drive my car in here, we could use a long-range, what's it called? Harpoon. Oh, he will get it. Oh, also, I don't know what made me think of this. I think it's just sort of the Lego talk about, like, building Legos and stuff. Summerhawk, also known as Philip, the DM for the Kyber Shards live play, he showed some photographs in Mia's Discord, as I recall. It's in the Watch Party channel. It might be a little ways back now, but showed some painting that he had done of the models used for R.A. and Casey's character, and they're awesome. Like, maybe this has come up at some point, but I don't remember hearing from him that he is such a good painter of those little miniatures. That is a skill set that I will confess I've never tried and can pre-assign a lack of skill at it. Okay, it's our old friend. Can I get down here? Because I'm done here, and I would like to leave. There we go. Yep. Okay, this was a productive little road that we took because we've been at all points heading to the harbor wall. Now we're finally there. Yeah, Lego games that I have the fondest memories of: Lego Batman 2, Lego Lord of the Rings. Those are the two that always come to mind. Lego Marvel Superheroes seemed super cool, but very much like Lego Batman 3, just kind of like fell off of it. No real explanation for it. I thought the game was cool. I liked the story. I loved the characters and the way that they're presented. That was a PlayStation 4 launch title. It's one of those things that we always intended to go back for and just haven't. So, I mean, I'd like to say good things about that, but it actually falls into the category of Lego games that haven't been played yet. Oh. The Chumbuck is just over there hanging out. No big thing to him. I'll tell you a Lego game that I had always wanted to play, and then we also never got around to it. I believe it's Lego Star Wars 3 or like Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars. There was one Lego game where they like, from what I remember in the reviews, it had like a real-time strategy game that was in it and stuff, and it's like I remember seeing reviews. People A, loved that one, and B, a lot of reviewers talked about how ambitious it was, how it threatened to like overturn what had been the model for Lego games. But I guess that although it was very well regarded and it reviewed well, it didn't sell very well, and so they never followed up on some of those design ideas, which is a bummer. Oh, there's so many other things I want to go do. Let's go do the mission. Really know what to do about this impenetrable wall.
There it is, stuck behind the grating.
What is it?
Some kind of billboard. But to get it, I have to go around and find a way into that storm drain.
That's in the Dead Barrens, Saint. We have to go around. Dead Barrens Pass is the nearest entry.
So Forrest is saying the RTS was in co-op of Lego Star Wars 3. Yeah, I knew it was a Lego Star Wars game. But I wasn't sure. Drive to the harbor thing. Okay, so it looks like from here we'd have to go through the jaws and then get around to the back end. Okay, so we've got to table that one. This is going to be a much larger area, I think. Yeah, so we might come back for that. Let me go do the scarecrows here. Now, Lego games that I didn't enjoy as much. Oh, I mean, actually, on that note, so I've spoken very warmly about Lego Batman 2, and, hey, Lego Batman 3, that was pretty cool. You know what one of my least favorite Lego games was? Lego Batman, the first one. Also got 100% in that one. Did not have fun with it, hardly at all. And I don't have a very strong explanation for what was wrong with that game. It didn't have any voice acting, so it was just the older style pantomime. There we go. What you could make out of the story, I didn't think was particularly interesting or well told. It had a musical score that routinely threatened to put me to sleep. In fact, I have not often fallen asleep playing games. I fell asleep playing Lego Batman. It was really just for like a few seconds, but I remember sort of like starting awake and like realizing like, oh shit, I actually fell asleep for a second there. It was one of the signs of Oh, this game is really not holding very much interest. That also happened on stream once, by the way. And I actually, like, looked back at it afterwards, and... Oh, shit, I'm getting sniper shotted. Hold on a second. Let me finish looting. I'm in Mia mode here. Okay. Nope. Please stop. Let's come in here, and we're gonna get the sniper rifle out. All right, anybody else? And I feel like we determined that, yeah, I can shoot these guys as well. All right, good. Anything else? Any other prime targets? Oh, can I shoot this guy from here? Awesome! Wow, I don't think I ever had an opportunity to do that before, but yeah, I'll take it. Mia's going, loot! Oh, yeah. So, falling asleep is going a little bit far. In, I want to say it was our playthrough of Minecraft Story Mode. And Minecraft Story Mode is a very good game, so please do not mistake this as a commentary of the quality of the game. There was one point where, if you were to watch the episode, there's one point at which sort of like, it's not, like, I don't even think I ever even stopped moving, but there was a blink, a momentary loss of consciousness, and if you're watching the episode, I do not remember which episode it is, what you encounter is that suddenly I am suspiciously confused about what it is that I am supposed to be doing. And what had happened is, like, my short-term memory basically reset and did not absorb whatever, like, the last plot detail was, like, whatever it was that I was supposed to be doing, and I could not for the life of me remember, like, within the game where I was or what I was trying to accomplish in that moment. So it's very anticlimactic if you go look for it. It's not that I'm, like, suddenly snoring on stream or something, but it just... Yeah, I was just really tired that day, and wound up finishing out the chapter, but was like, okay, maybe next time have some caffeine at hand, just in case. All right, well, that deposited us very close to this scavenging site. Someone said the only time I've ever come close to that was 23 hours into a stream. It's been, yeah, I have no explanation for, like, how or why it happened. I'm always worried in the telling that it'll sound like, oh man, Minecraft Story Mode must be really boring. Like, that's a little kiddies game, isn't it? I actually really liked Minecraft Story Mode. I thought that Patton Oswalt did an awesome job in it. I don't know. I was just dead tired. Okay, so I cannot get up on top of this rock outcropping, at least not from here. So how do we get up to what appears to be this ship hull? Wait, I don't get up there. That's the answer. I just walk right up here. Lego Indiana Jones. So yeah, Lego Batman for a variety. Also, I thought some of the like what were they? The golden bricks in that one. I'm trying to remember what some of the collectibles were, but some of those were bullshit. Where, like, even following a guide so that you know where you, like, what to expect, you'd be like, you'd play 2/3 of a level and then have to slide down this this incline or decline, I guess, and be in exactly the right place to, like, grab the gold brick, and if you missed it, you had to, like, go back and play 2/3 of the level. That's my memory. If it's inaccurate, all I can say is that I have memories of really slogging through parts of that game. I can't read this. Top of the pigs, or top the pigs. I told these people they pushed me, I pushed them back. I warned them, sorry for the mess, but they were all dead anyway. They just didn't know it. Alright. I'll get down from here pretty easily. Mia's saying, also Jägermeister, do you have a Twitter account? I wanted to tag you in my post-stream tweet last night and found a Jaeger account with your logo, but it was a business. That's a good question. That and, like, I would love to know if, like, Summerhawk, RA, Casey, Sorry BTR. I think Sorry BTR does have a Twitter account. I'm pretty sure that we're following him. But some of the others. Carolyn, pardon me. Carolyn says, I fall asleep while gaming. Not all the time, but not unusual. I don't think I've done it on stream yet. I want to say the two times that I've described, and then I can't swear as to whether it happened, but, I know I've mentioned this before. I believe that I must have fallen asleep playing X-Men Legends because the music that played in Professor Xavier's mansion, the X-Mansion or whatever it's called, like, there was something about that tune that could just, it was like hypnotic. It would absolutely put me out.
Get over here! Wait, go back over there!
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button.
God.
No! Oh! I was doing so well, and then I missed that. I didn't miss it. I was just animation locked. More than me saying Summerhawk has an account, but tweets so infrequently that it's been offered as a potential comment goal on their YouTube videos. Not sure about RA and Casey. Yeah, it's just sort of like, I'd love to be able to draw more attention to them. As a crew. I think that Kyber Shards puts together a really good and fun product. Oh, so Mia and I finished watching the Call of Cthulhu one-shot that they did for Critical Role, and regardless of, like, how well the game mechanics were represented, which I imagine are pretty well for someone who appears to be, I think that Taliesin Jaffe there, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, I'm pretty sure that he said that it was his first time running Call of Cthulhu. So I feel like he acquitted himself really well in what seemed like not an unfamiliar system, but one that is very challenging to GM for. Aside from that, I feel like what it showed off more than anything else is that the Critical Role team has an awesome prop department, because the things that are presented there are simply not the way that your average Call of the Cthulhu game are going to unfold. Because I'm not sure that, for example, Salamander has a professional plot department. Sorry, not plot department, a prop department. Because they had some super neat shit that was in there, and it was like, okay, but this is way above and beyond what an average game would be like. It was nonetheless a lot of fun. Brian has to go. He says, have a good stream. Brian, I hope that you have a great evening. Someone says Critical Role is basically a Hollywood movie studio. It's one of the reasons that, from what little I've seen of Critical Role, I really loved the beginning of Campaign 1. It is the most of Critical Role that I've seen. Well, actually, I guess now Exandria Unlimited is the most of Critical Role that I've seen, which we watched with Mia as well. But it was like basically them in what appeared to be like a meeting room. I'm tempted to call it a gymnasium, but that's not. It's like a rec room. That's the phrase I'm thinking of. It looks like a rec room where they might be teaching Sunday school on other days of the week. Like, it's so unassuming, and it's just a couple cameras. And if you ever watch like the beginning of campaign 1, like the very beginning of campaign 1, the audio is all fucked up. Like the microphones aren't calibrated. There's all this like electronic feedback, and as you watch it, there's all of these like super fun moments that happen that were like, they were becoming fantastically popular, but clearly did not realize or appreciate that yet. There's one episode, and this is very early on. Whoa, hold on. I don't necessarily need this scrap, but I'm not just gonna leave it there. There's one early episode where, like, the crew gets surprised by pizzas. That was one scrap, everybody. That was one scrap. And, like, there's just like a bunch of pizzas that get dropped off, and the cast is so happy, and they're like, hey, and they're like showing the pizza to the camera and just like enjoying this awesome gift that they got given. And then this is a moment that I described to Mia, but it was another like surprisingly early moment when they went to announce that they had set up a merchandise store with like t-shirts and stuff, but for like somehow, some way, the link had gotten out into chat, and they didn't appear to realize it. So by the time they announced on the live stream that there was a merchandise store that people could go check out, they were completely sold out. And that was the announcement. Hey everybody, we've got a new merchandise store where you can go and, it's sold out. You could like, and it was so like, I don't know. I stand prepared. Like, we're talking about a team of professional actors, but I maintain that this was not a publicity stunt or a bit. That asshole was standing right at the bottom of the ladder. That doesn't count. That hit doesn't count. You come over here, sir. Now the fight has started. Okay. They were so surprised, and I don't know if watching Critical Role into its second season or all the one-shots that they have will have that same amount of charm, but those early episodes at least are super fun because they were live on camera creating something that would go on to be the sort of media juggernaut that it is right now, but none of them had any idea how big it was going to become, and there was a real sense of growth and discovery and joy to it. So that's my thoughts on it. So Brian, I think, has taken off. Sam Lewis saying it's awesome that it's brought the game into such popularity, but it gives people an unreasonable expectation sometimes. Yeah, and that was one of my thoughts during Call of Cthulhu. Like, yeah, I don't want to give anything away in case people want to watch it, but like there are props that are handed out there that is like, not a chance in hell. And that's the thing. Like, this is something that comes up that I like someday, if we're very, very lucky, Sam Melander might get a chance to do like GM a game for Mia and Moo, and like I would love to be a part of it if there's a space. And the number one thing that I would want to communicate going in is I want everybody to have a good time. I don't want to win. I want to be a functional member of a cool co-op storytelling experience where everybody gets to participate and everybody has a good time. And that's sort of like my thought on it. That's where I think that's my ethos of playing. Oh, that was an accident and very cool. We got a tower as part of our jump. That's it. I'm gonna save it up here. No big outro here. No, we go here. Yep. This was a lot of fun. But yeah, like, I don't know. I read and see some of these D&D horror stories, and it's just like, but you all could have fun instead of like having it be a big competition to see who's the strongest, who does the most damage, who can, like, I don't know, betray the party the hardest. What if instead of doing that, you all had fun? Like, you can do it. And Critical Role, if Critical Role accomplishes little else, like, it may set up unreasonable expectations, but at least it sets up what I perceive to be a very, very constructive tone, a model where, as far as I've ever seen in Critical Role, there's no one main character, no one's in charge, no one's the face of Critical Role, and it is always presented as a team effort by a group of friends that are having a good time. The fact that they're also making money hand over fist, that actually is secondary to how it started. And I'll close out. I know that I've made this recommendation before. If you guys ever go on YouTube and you do a search for Ashley Johnson Dungeons and Dragons, there is a, what I would call episode 0. It's like a trailer, but it's like episode 0 of Critical Role, where this was shot at whoever's house. I don't know where they were. One of their houses, where it was Matt Mercer and Ashley Johnson and Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham and I always want to say Liam O'Brien, but it's Sam, whatever his last name is, and whoever else was there. I don't know if it was Liam O'Brien or Taliesin, whoever was there. And it's just them around a fucking dinner table playing Dungeons and Dragons. No cameras, no studio lights, just shooting the shit and having a good time. And it's awesome. It's so cool. So go watch that. And just, to me, it's notable that that was released well before episode 1 of Critical Role. It was just something that she thought, I have fun with my friends. And I want to show people that having fun with your friends is fun with friends. And that's neat. That's all. Okay. So Sam Lander is enjoying Exandria Unlimited, but then again, I'm a big fan of the GM. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I was just about to close out, but Abria Iyengar, like, I had never heard of her before Exandria Unlimited, and now feel motivated to find everything she's in, because she's awesome. Like, Matt Mercer is a very good GM. Abria Iyengar is a very, very good GM. Like, I'm not, there's no competition in my head for who's better. That's not what it's about. I'm just saying that, like, she stepped into a role that would seem incredibly daunting to me, of like, Matt Mercer is widely acclaimed as one of the best DMs in the world, etc., etc. But here comes Abria Iyengar to play in his custom campaign setting. And she's so good, you guys. She is very, very, very impressive. Okay, that is enough. We're going to go out to quit to the main menu, and then we're going to find somebody fun to raid. I believe Mia has put up the link to the Ashley Johnson trailer that I just mentioned. Sam Lander says that Abria is in a bunch of stuff for both 12-Sided Stories and Happy Jack's RPG podcast. I've also seen her advertise on... Does Roll20 do their own thing? Because I think I've seen her advertise on one of those. And she's been in others. Yeah, when she is introing into Exandria Unlimited, she says, I'm Abria Iyengar, and you probably remember me from everything. My sense is that she's very, very busy. I don't know that she makes a living doing it, but I hope that she does, because it'd be nice if you could see somebody who is that talented just be paid a livable wage for being so good at it. Sam Lander says, I think she makes a living doing it. Yeah. Carolina is saying, thanks for the stream. She ran a wait, what is this? Sam Lander says that Abria ran a horror game for 12-Sided Stories that became a universe for that podcast. Sam Lander, on our way out, if you know the title of it, I would love to know. Otherwise, if you could whisper it to me afterwards, because me and I have been doing like little mini watch parties in the afternoon, and I would love to check that out. I could probably come up with it. 12-Sided Stories. All right, I got to remember that just in case. So, on our way out, please check out. We got a big raid from... Oh no, I have to remember, because I think it was Carolina, but I don't want to... failed to credit the person that it was. So let me just make sure that we don't get any feedback here. Yes, it was Caroluna. Oh, and Haas 00312 followed 2 hours ago. Haas, I apologize for not catching that. If you're still here, thank you very much for the follow. I'm out of time. I don't have time to do shoutouts. Thank you very, very much for to Caroluna for the to the raid. And please check out More Than a Mia, Caroluna, Samalander, Jägermeister, Patikan, Tashir Games, and Drienne Lavode, Drienne_Lavode, and so many more. I'm out of time. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great night.